Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mokah Speaks, where we keep it real, we keep it live, and we speak the truth. And today I'm here with Haaziq. Haaziq, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm all right. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I heard about your story. I know it's been a year. It's been
Yes.
a year since you've been dealing with all of this. So can you just walk us through what happened that night in downtown Athens that led to you ending up in Athens, Clark County court system and jail?
Well, everything was going well up until the night ended. So it was around like what after 2 a.m. because that's when the bars started closing down and stuff like that. So it was around 2 a.m. I thought I was going home, and then everything happened so fast. Literally stepped off the sidewalk, got yelled at, and then looked up, and I was getting picked up by 5 officers on a bike patrol in downtown Athens.
What the heck?
Dude, why? He wasn't even resisting.
He's not resisting.
No, he wasn't. He was just standing there. What the fuck?
Stop moving! Stop!
He's not resisting. You're good.
He's resisting. Why is
He was standing there.
he still fighting? All he's gotta do is put something.
You have 5 men. I think you guys are good.
He also had 5 guys. He also had 5 guys.
But yeah, everything happened so fast. And I couldn't see. So I think that's another reason why, like, everything kind of happened so fast, because I was just kind of hearing everything for the most part because they knocked my glasses off my face.
You hear people in the video talking, saying he's not resisting. And I'm just wondering what could have possibly lead to, and I want people to understand this because they're like, what was he doing? What could have possibly led to 5 officers jumping on one person to detain them, and this person doesn't have a weapon? How did that make you feel in that moment?
Like I said before, I really couldn't see. I just know there was just a lot of sound from the officers and from other bystanders who were, recording and stuff like that. But it was just it was a weird experience, and it needs to stop. Things need to change. Cops need to be trained a little bit better, because I just heard a lot of bad things that go down in Athens, along with police and their training in Athens, Clark County. So yeah, it kind of threw me off.
What brought you to Athens in the first place?
There's a few buddies that go to UGA, so we always go up there to see them every once in a while. So that was all.
Okay, so you have friends that go to UGA.
Yeah,
So you were here to visit your friends and enjoy the city.
yeah,
Okay, and then things went left.
yep.
What did the officer say to you before it escalated to where 5 officers approached you?
Well, the only thing I heard the officers say was, get out of the street. And then I just told them, like, relax, officer, that's what we're doing. We're walking around the cars because there was a whole lot of people on the sidewalk. So I just told them, just relax, that's what we're doing. We're walking around the cars. We're not crossing the street or anything. And then we're back on the sidewalk, and I look up, and that's when I see the same cops kind of like already on me. You can see in the video, like, I think somebody grabbed my left arm, getting picked up from my legs. And I just remember after that, I was just chest down on the pavement.
So once they arrested you and you were in the car, what happened after that? Can you kind of like walk people through that?
I just know I asked my glasses again, and they still didn't give me my glasses. They had in my possession or whatever, my possessions. And then we were just in a van. That's literally all. And then they just drove us, I guess, down to the jail. It's located over there. And that was pretty much it.
Were there multiple people in this van? Was it like a sweep or
It was a sweeper van, but it was kind of like sectioned off. It's like divided from like the back entrance and like a side entrance on the van. But it was just two other people who were just in the area who were also picked up for something.
So what did they charge you with that night?
They charged me with public intoxication and obstruction, which is funny because they failed to give me a sobriety test or a breathalyzer, and they refused to offer me medical attention as well after the excessive arrest.
So what happened once you went to court?
First time was, I guess, the arraignment, and then after that was when my lawyer, Mr. Clark, got the charges dropped. Both of them, the public intoxication and the obstruction.
Okay.
Only two charges I had on file.
Okay, so you don't have anything on your records.
No, those are
The
dismissed.
whole case was dismissed after all of that happened?
Yeah, after all that, I guess they saw, and there was no valid evidence or proof against me that I did anything wrong, which I didn't. And I'm glad everything was on video because that was a big help as well.
Like, how has this impacted you, impacted your life?
This made me very, made me want to be more aware, you know, like, especially of officers and stuff like that. I know I'm not saying they're all bad because they're not all bad, but definitely gotta like just like watch out because there's people who, you know, get these badges and stuff like that and, you know, want to do things with their power for the bad instead of the good. So I definitely makes me more curious and stuff like that for some officers. But in my case, with these officers, I definitely feel like there needs to be some type of consequence for them or just for that county because that can't be happening. It's unacceptable. And one of the lawyers I've had a conversation with, he also said the same thing, who works in that county. He said these are like repetitive. These happen like all the time, like every year, multiple times a year, which is crazy.
I mean, but it don't need to escalate to that point, that fast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
It's wild downtown. Downtown Athens can get wild. It's a college town. We all know that. Yeah. But I wonder statistically, how often are they that aggressive? You know, and who they choose to be aggressive with. You didn't have a weapon. You weren't in a vehicle, like you weren't intoxicated driving a car. You weren't fighting anybody. There were so many things that you weren't doing, but it still escalated as if you were a threat. You know, it was 5 officers and it really didn't look good. Have you been back to Athens since?
No, I have not.
And do you plan on coming back to Athens to party with us downtown? I have to ask.
I don't know. I don't think so, honestly. It's been so long already, so I like it better, you know, being out the mix anyways. Kind of, you know, it was a shock, so I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not anytime soon.
So what can the people do and how can they support you?
All right, so I did start up a GoFundMe because there's a retainer fee for a civil lawyer. So if the people could just help out in the GoFundMe, that'll be a big help. I can get this ball rolling a lot sooner. So if you guys can just help me out with that, and if you want to get in contact with me, my email is zekeaces@gmail.com. So it's ZIQACES@gmail.com. And that's the way to get in contact with me. And it just be a big help because I didn't realize lawyers were this expensive. So
yeah, very expensive. And that's what our organization, we're always trying to raise money to provide some type of legal relief. And the thing that we do see that hinder people from really getting justice is because they cannot afford the right representation. It's not even the fact that they don't have a case. They might have a case, but then it's the money.
Yeah.
to get the right representation.
Help Haaziq fight back against an unjust arrest. Haaziq faces unjust charges after a traumatic arrest. Your support can help Haaziq fight injustice and reclaim their life. Stand with Haaziq. Donate now.